of being a unicorn.
Come on,
Take
Billy!
it off.
I'm your dad. I love unicorns. It's Father's Day.
If I had two horns, it would be different.
Hey, you two! Welcome to the moon. I'm the sunflower of the moon. I reflect the sunlight to bring in anything alive.
Nice! Your mom's gonna kill you!
You're so the coolest.
Freeze!
That's 1,500 pounds. That's 2 Buicks.
Portland Community Improv.
Portland Community Improv.
Making it up on the television.
Making it up on the television.
Good, awesome. So we are ready. That's great. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, for your entertainment and our improv stylings, we bring on the Brody Players. Paul Rousseau, Kiri Lee, Todd Breblow, and Nicholas Kessler. And I'm Brad Fortier. And to my left, your right, we have the musical stylings of Canoofle. So let's give it up for Canoofle. Awesome. Come forward. And Bo and Nicholas will stay there. So the game of consciences is that these two will be doing a scene for us that we're going to get a suggestion from you to do. But Bo will be playing the voices of Kiri's conscience, both the positive and the negative. And Nicholas will be playing the voices of Todd's conscience, both positive and negative. So to get Kiri and Todd started out, what's a place two people might go on vacation?
Paris.
Paris. And where would you go in Paris if you went there?
Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower. Okay. So they're at the Eiffel Tower in Paris.
Oh my God. We are so far up.
Do not be afraid, my dear. You will not fall down into the sand.
How many people have died up here? How many?
No one has died.
None?
No one as beautiful as you.
That's a line, isn't it?
I hope he really thinks I'm beautiful as he says I am.
Well, I have to say, when I decided to come to Paris, I envisioned people very much like you.
Yeah. Tell him all your fake dreams and goals so maybe he can splurge for your whole trip.
I envisioned that I'd be up here sometime with a handsome young man, one that would bring me baguettes and sing me little French songs. Do you know any French songs?
Indeed, I do. Thank heaven for little girl.
That's a French song? I had no idea.
His voice is really bad.
My mama and my papa won't believe where I am right now.
You can tell them how beautiful it was. The beautiful romance you had with the handsome French man.
We haven't had a romance yet.
Keep playing coy. You'll win him over.
I haven't had any sort of indication that this will be nothing but a family sort of vacation.
What if I had had 1,000,000 francs to spend tonight.
Jackpot.
Scene. There we go. Now what conscience is. Let's hope we all have more of a conscience than that. I hope. Nice. All right. So we're going to be playing a game called What Comes Next. All right. And we're going to have Bo and Nicholas and Kiri in this scene. And to get them started, what's an activity that three people might be involved in?
Tiddlywinks.
Tiddlywinks.
I know what that is.
You do?
I'm aware of tiddlywinks.
So do I.
All right, good. They're ahead of me.
Playing hard.
And what's going to happen is that at certain points, I'm going to stop them, and I'm going to ask you, I'm going to ask from a raised hand, what comes next in the story. So be ready for that, because I'll be asking you. So we're going to be starting with Tiddlywinks.
Beat that. Anthony, I don't think you're playing fair. You can't just bring your...
It's an old tiddlywink.
That's the biggest tiddly I've ever seen.
I inherited it from my grandmother.
It must be worth like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh, I could
If
never.
you sold it on eBay, you'd be so rich.
Super rich.
I couldn't sell it. I couldn't sell it. It's monogrammed.
I bet if you wink it hard enough, you could shoot it and break the window.
Try it.
Freeze! What comes next? Over there in the back.
The window breaks.
The window breaks.
Nice! Your mom's gonna kill you!
You're so the coolest.
Freeze! What comes next? Over there.
Policeman comes in.
A policeman comes in.
Good afternoon, kids.
Hi.
Hi, officer.
Got a report over the radio of a certain window over yonder getting broken by a wink.
They are quick.
Technically, sir, that part is the tiddly.
A tiddly, I'm sorry, I'm new around here.
Oh. Gosh, that sounds terrible.
He did it! Look at his big tiddly!
I don't.
Yeah, he's got the biggest tiddly around.
Freeze! What comes next? From a hand. Over there in the back.
Mom comes home.
Mom comes home.
I have to go to the bathroom.
Look, it's not mine. It's monogrammed and filigreed.
Honey?
Oh.
Are you playing with Grandpa's tiddly again?
Yes, he is, ma'am, and he broke that window right over there.
I'm afraid this day would come. You're just like the other men in our family. Every single man has gone to jail for breaking windows with that tiddly.
I'm
I
different,
should
I
have thrown it
promise!
away.
You're gonna let your only son go to jail over a broken window?
Freeze! What comes next? Over here.
The mom falls in love with the policeman.
Mom falls in love with the policeman. And go!
Well, of course I... Wait a minute. Didn't I meet you in Paris?
Oui, oui.
You weren't French at all, are you?
No, I was just trying to impress you because I thought you were beautiful.
Your mom really loves you. She's trying to get you out of going to jail by hitting on the policeman.
Yeah, she's really taking one for the team.
Look, you don't have to let my son go to jail over one big old tiddly.
No, I don't.
And besides, it's my window. I'll be the one to decide if I press charges, and I decide no. Just this once, though.
Freeze! What comes next? Over there in the front.
She admits that he's their love child from Paris.
She admits he's their love child from Paris. And go.
And besides, aside from that, I have something I should tell you.
You're pretty tall, mister.
I was just gonna say, look at the astounding resemblance. You remember how I always told you your father was French?
Yeah, you have this picture taped onto this other picture. This was supposed to be my dad.
Oh, well, that's actually Brad Pitt.
Freeze! What comes next? From a hand. Anyone? Anyone? Over there in the corner.
They embrace.
They embrace and go.
Come on, everybody.
I'll be late for dinner, but who cares?
And scene. All right, nice. So to get them started out, could I have a suggestion of something that makes you nervous? Oh, we had a hand over here.
Heights?
Heights?
Yeah.
All right, so heights. We're going to go with heights. Start in the heights.
We've been climbing this for 2 hours and we haven't reached the top yet.
We're supposed to just be enjoying the outdoors, right?
Yes, but being on the face of a cliff, fresh air, it doesn't get better than this.
Expand.
Being 2,000 feet up above the ocean on the rocks of Gibraltar, it's better than being on the moon.
Yeah, I'm having a fantastic time.
Expand.
Yeah, I wish we could do this every weekend.
And so we shall.
What?
So we
Oh,
shall.
great.
I've rented the cabin for a week.
That cabin?
Right up there, yes, that cabin. Yes, that mansion, right up there at the edge of the cliff on stilts.
Well, you're sure it's safe then, huh?
It's absolutely safe.
Expand.
You couldn't be safer anywhere else on Earth. If you're not safe when you get up there, I'll shoot myself right in front of you. It's so safe when we get there, I'm gonna cut off a finger.
You have a strange way of showing your affection for me, but I appreciate it.
I was raised by adventurers.
Expand.
I was raised by Wolverines.
You're incredibly well-mannered for the Wolverine. Wow.
Power bar.
Expand.
Something the matter?
It tastes like hair.
Expand.
This tastes like the way a locker shouldn't taste.
Expand.
This tastes like foot.
It is foot.
What?
Yes.
That's pretty masculine for me to just be eating a cannibalistic food bar.
You didn't notice Johnson wasn't with us anymore?
I thought he was getting snacks. Johnson?
Expand.
You didn't notice that half our party is missing?
They seemed a little bit bored. I thought they went back down for cocoa.
Expand.
They looked a little peckish. I figured they were, just kind of taking a break somewhere. You said there was a tanning bed around here.
Expand.
I thought that they were just silly.
Expand.
I thought that those poor people gave up because they're not as masculine as us, but this is pretty masculine.
Well, it just proves that we're tougher than they are.
That's great. I'm gonna save this for later, I think.
Help yourself.
Thanks.
We're almost there.
I wanted to make sure that you knew that I've got a little problem with heights. I once rode up to the second floor of the Empire State Building and then had to walk very slowly back down.
You're a man after my own heart.
Expand.
You're the most brilliant and wonderful man I've ever met. That's why I asked you up here to my mansion on the cliffs.
Well, I figured there'd be some sort of, symposium at the top that would deal with my acrophobia.
The top.
Oh. It's a little bit cold up
My
here.
grandfather built this mansion.
It's
Look at this huge place!
It's a vast estate of ice and barren snow.
Expand.
It's a castle built entirely of frozen water.
Yes, it is.
And scene. All right, good.
I'm doing laundry.
Fun doing laundry.
Not fun doing like.
No.
Fun.
Fun doing
Fun
laundry.
doing. Okay.
3 words. Okay.
3 words.
Fun doing.
So here you go. The Oscar-winning scene from the film Fun Doing Laundry.
Hey, look, Mom! My t-shirt's almost completely white again!
Sure is. I'm sure proud of you.
I never thought since I rolled through that tar bed that it would ever be clean!
But see, this is what I've been telling you. You just gotta work hard. Isn't that right? You work hard and you get what you want.
You work hard and you keep your dreams alive. That's what I always say.
That's right.
And you keep your clothes clean, too!
Well, a well-dressed man is a successful man.
Nicholas's Oscar-winning moment.
I remember the first time I was pushed down into a mud pit. Why, those kids were just terrible to me. I never wanted to go anywhere ever again. I stayed inside. I looked at my clean clothing and thought, if they get dirty, no one will like me. And one day, I discovered a shout strip. It was a little piece of fabric that cleaned away all the spots, and all my fear was gone. Why, I just went out in the world and I had a pocket full of shout strips, and it didn't matter. I could be clean all the time, and all my friends just said, there's a guy who knows what he's doing. And it was magic. That's how I met your ma.
It was a magical moment. You see, chores aren't evil things. They're not chores. They can be magical moments that bring you into life.
Kiri's Oscar-winning moment.
They can be that thing, that one thing in your life that solidifies every single thing that you'd ever wanted. It can be the thing that you say, I love ironing more than anything in the world. Yes, I do. Why wouldn't I? My mother never let me do any laundry. No, I didn't iron until I was 20. But the moment I did, I said, I have a purpose in this world. Yes, I do. I have a purpose. So you see, it's more than just getting your shirt clean or getting away from the bullies. It's about life. It's about you inside.
It's about finding out who you really are. It's about what you are in here.
Todd's Oscar-winning moment.
You know, when I was rolling through that tar bed, I thought, I'm gonna show my mom and dad. I'm a bad kid. I'm evil. I'm wrong. I don't deserve to have them as parents. But then, I took the stone to the shirt, and the tar was scrubbed away. It was gone. Everything I'd ever done wrong was forgiven. I was possessed of a clean slate. I could do anything I wanted. I could do wrong and be redeemed.
That's why we love you.
And that's why we use absolution soap.
And that's Oscar-winning moment. All right. And one of them will walk on at some point. And the way Half-Life goes is they're going to do a scene that's going to take a minute, and then they're going to try and do that same scene in 30 seconds, and that same scene in 10 seconds, and then in 5 seconds. So they're going to have to condense it down. So to get them started, could I have a suggestion of something you might read on a greeting card? There.
Sorry your dog died.
Sorry your dog died. All right. So I'll start it. And go.
Mrs. Crabapple, I just gotta tell you, as your vet for 20 years, This has been the saddest operation I've ever had to perform.
You promised me he'd come out okay.
I know. I promised. But that ended up being a lie. And I'm very sorry. I tried. And that little bugger gave all his heart, too.
He's
was
always
there.
been a scrapper.
He was a scrapper. Should have called him Scrapper.
I didn't. I called him Maurice. Do
Maybe
you think
that-
that's why he died?
I think so. Maybe if you called him Scrapper, he would have scrapped a little more while I was cutting them and dicing them and trying to sew them up.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I'm sorry I didn't put him away. But I'll put him away now.
Excuse me, ma'am. I couldn't help but overhear your troubles. I've got a whole shoebox full of puppies in the backyard, if you'd like one.
Do you have one that's really scrappy?
Sure do.
And that's a minute. All right. We're going to see that same scene in 30 seconds, starting now.
Mr. Crabapple! I tried and I tried and I tried, but your dang dog died.
But you promised me that he was gonna come out all right.
I know, I just lied to you, that's all.
He was such a good dog.
He was a wonderful dog. He tried his best, and I was trying to scrap while he was scrapping.
I should have called him Scrapper, but instead I called him Maurice. Do you
Uh,
think that's why he died?
That's why. I'll get him out of your sight.
I have a shoebox full of dogs. If you'd like one, Mrs. Crabapple.
Is there a puppy?
That's 30 seconds. All right. We're going to do the same scene in 10 seconds. So, go.
Mr. Crabapple, your dog's dead.
You lied to me.
Yes, I did.
If I had called him Scrapper, would he have died instead of Maurice?
Yeah.
I have this box full of puppies.
Can I have one, a scrappy one?
That one.
That's 10. All right. Here we go. The heat is on. 5 seconds for this one. And go.
Dog's dead.
Yeah, I should have called him Scrapper.
Look at Tiny and Scrappy.
I want it.
Hey.
5. All right. And we need from you a title for this rock opera. What's a title? Over here.
Sunflowers on the moon.
Sunflowers on the Moon. And so our rock opera will be Sunflowers on the Moon. Come in.
We're weightless. There's no gravity here. Nothing holding us down. Nothing to bring us down. Nothing to pull at our hearts or our heads or our feet. Nothing to keep us down. Terry, I've wanted to share this with you. Neil, I want to tell you how I feel about you. Terry, I think we're gonna say the same thing. I think we're gonna say the same thing. I love him.
Hey, you two! Welcome to the moon. I'm the sunflower of the moon. I reflect the sunlight to bring in anything alive.
The sunflower of the moon. The sunflower of the moon.
I make people swoon when they sit down on the moon, and they stop and croon when they see my
Sunflower of the moon.
Sunflower of the moon.
Sunflower of the moon.
Flower of the moon.
So you two, what do you got for this moon plant that isn't in a pot?
We've got lots of ash and vitamins.
I love it. Ooh, it's so good. He's growing that sunflower on the moon. On the moon. Now the people of the earth can see my light. My orangish petals are a sight to see, such a sight to see. I say, Houston, look at me.
Houston, look at him.
What can you see?
Sounds like they're coming in clear.
I'm hope for humanity. Come land on the moon and live with me. He's hope for humanity. For humanity. He's hope for humanity. Have a little sunflower seed on me.
And that's rock opera.
Yeah, I know what that's what the mark on the wall says, but I still insist that I am the taller one.
Well, I've been growing, and I'm gonna remeasure myself because I think I'm taller than you.
Freeze. Man, you may want to think about this decision when you're sober. This buzz in your head is not necessarily the butchest thing you can do.
Hey, now you listen to me.
I'm listening. Watch it.
I've been haircutting